Hello and welcome to another Quench Arts Wavelength seminar video. I'm Paul, this is part 1 of 2. I'm going to be talking about the kind of factors that we have to take into consideration as an artistic team when we're preparing to work with young people, specifically with a mental illness or at risk of a mental illness. And the question is the way we prepare any different to how we prepare to work with young people living in other challenging circumstances? So first of all, I'd like to say what sort of mental illnesses we come across. This can include schizophrenia, this can include anxiety and depression, it can include bipolar. In some cases, they can also come with a more complicated picture. So we sometimes have people come with a learning disability and somewhere on the autistic spectrum as well. Now, we're not music therapists. We don't need to have an in-depth scientific knowledge of each mental health condition, just an awareness. But we do need to consider the kind of behaviours and characteristics that we might come across when involving a broad range of young people. So what are those kind of behaviours and characteristics? On Wavelength, of course, everybody is different. Perhaps someone with a mental illness may appear and behave even more differently. And this can also change from session to session, and sometimes it can change, people's behaviours can change within a session. So that's one of the things that we can come across. We also come across young people with very low confidence and self-esteem, and who are less confident in taking part, more reticent to take part, need a little bit more drawing out. We also come across people who have practical requirements, such as not too noisy, not too hot, not too cold. In terms of the preparation of written material, it may be that they need a specific font size or even a colour of paper or pen. So how do we deal with these behaviours and characteristics? First of all, when we're talking about people's varying behaviours, this really just needs a little bit of patience and understanding, and it's important as an artistic leader to advocate for that overall vibe within a session. Some patience and understanding of people's ups and downs, any unusual behaviours. And we also always have a chill out area there, where if people need to leave the room to go away and chill out and then come back later, then they can do, and that is okay. They don't even need to ask necessarily. No one's going to follow them out and try and get them in any earlier than they want to come back in. So patience and understanding is important. And also, when we're dealing with people with mental illness, as I say, the low confidence and low self-esteem can be a factor. And so when preparing for a music session, we try and keep activities as simple as possible, but still musically challenging. So at the end of the day, we're trying to develop people's musicality and also provide a safe social environment for them. But to try and get more people involved, we will, for example, have at the beginning of a group session, have a very easy warm-up that everyone can take part in quickly using percussion or voice, and everyone's making a noise at the same time. It's fun, hopefully, and and no one's put on the spot if they don't want to be put on the spot. So everyone's making a noise at the same time. You can blend in. If you're a little less confident, you can blend in, and everyone making a nice sound together. And the other thing we try and do is give acknowledgement of every little achievement for the lower in confidence. And that's where it's important to have lower group numbers and high staff ratio, so that there's enough staff there to keep an eye on everyone. Make sure when they do something that it's acknowledged as an achievement. Make sure that if anyone needs something, then they get some help. If anyone looks like they've got a question but is not quite sure about speaking out, or if they've got an idea and not quite speaking out, so there's more staff can keep an eye on all those things, so everyone feels involved straight away, and that can help with the less confident and lower self-esteem. And also important is to try and give as much control to the young people as possible. So with the creative work that we do, we're writing songs, we're writing lyrics, we're choosing chords, we're choosing melodies, we're playing instruments. Giving choices rather than teaching and giving out orders to the young people is a great way for putting people at ease and making them feel involved in their own terms. So even as simple as choosing what instrument they play, all the way up to choosing between two possible vocal lyrics. And another important thing for the lower confident is consistent staffing, so that any relationships built, which can be quite hard work for the less confident, don't have to be redone. So if someone's working one-to-one with one artist, we'll try and keep them with the same artist each time, so that once they've built up their relationship, they don't have to go through the hard work of developing a relationship with another artist. Now, in terms of the specific practical requirements of some of the young people, that is all about doing everything we can about the temperature, to control the temperature, to control the brightness, to control the noise, and just checking in with people and making sure that they're okay, making sure the whole team knows that such and such needs to be prepared beforehand. And overall, what really helps with all of this is to know the young people that we're going to be working with. So Quench Arts will interview each young person who's going to join, speak to their parents, speak to their support workers, conduct a risk assessment, and it's documented and shared with the team, so that we can do our best to make the project as enjoyable and accessible for each individual who will be coming. Now that's the end of the first part of the video. In the second part, please watch, and I'll be talking about the artistic team and how we offer a broad range of artistic skills and personable skills. Thanks for watching. Enjoy part 2. Bye bye.